Go ahead and get started. First question, Jonathan Fagan.
Did something happen with Danuel before the game, or was he always just sort of an emergency eighth guy?
Yeah, he was pretty much an emergency eighth guy. I told him that if I felt that we needed him to play, then he would play. But based on how he was limping around last night, and kind of how the game was going, I felt like I could make it with 7. So yeah, another day of rest, another day of recovery for him is good, and I'm glad I didn't have to play him.
And then Jae'Sean played the 5 minutes in the second half. What happened after that?
Yeah, his back was kind of tightening up. I think the 5 games, 7 nights, and all of the stuff he's been doing as of late, being the point guard, guarding centers, and all of those things, has caught up to him just a little bit. So I didn't feel I really want to make sure that I'm looking after these guys, and I didn't think it would be right to put him back in the game.
Thank you.
Adam Spollen.
Stephen, what was it like for you watching just the second half and how your team battled?
It was great. It was great. They all battled. We ended up with 6 guys, and it was just like sub one in, sub one out, sub one in, sub one out. You see the minutes that the guys played. I mean, KJ Martin playing 42 minutes and playing effectively, and Armoni Brooks, straight out of the G League bubble and starting games, and he played almost 43 minutes tonight. And he's not a point guard, and he did some good things with the basketball tonight, made some plays, 5 assists. And then Kelly, I mean, you can't say enough about his versatility, his smarts, his knowledge, not just like smarts as far as knowledge of the game, but situational stuff where he actually called one play where we would go zone at the end of the quarter, and that was a great call. So like stuff like that is stuff that you really appreciate from the guys that you have out there, the character that they show. And yeah, for us to have 7 guys, 7.5 guys, or whatever, 6.5 guys, and for them to play the way that they did, show the character that they did, play free and easy, and defensive part wasn't great, obviously, but I was happy with the effort for sure.
Jonathan Fagan.
Along those lines, obviously you won't be using that lineup very often, but if some of those guys who do not normally play need to play in their role, can a night like this help them do that?
Yeah, I think a night like this definitely builds confidence in guys. I mean, for DJ Wilson, who's kind of been in and out of the lineup, and not really, when you're playing behind both Christian and Kelly, it's hard for him to get in the game, and for him to come out and play almost 40 minutes and have 25 points is something to build on, and something for him to draw confidence from and gain confidence from, and hopefully it will help him moving forward. And same thing with KJ. I mean, KJ's been in the playing group, but he hasn't really gotten long stretches of minutes, and he got that tonight. So you would hope that the success that the guys had offensively would give them some confidence moving forward. We just have to clean up some things defensively, and with the groups that we had out there, it was a little bit tough to get to Porter Jr. and deal with Jokic's post-ups. But overall, like I said, the success that they have from tonight should be something that they should all be, 1, proud of, and 2, hopefully gain some confidence from.
Thank you.
Brian Bearfield.
Coach, along those same lines, do you take the end of the year, these last couple of games to end out the season? Is this what you would use to evaluate going into next season?
Yes and no. We've really been taking it game by game because of the injury situation. And if that at all gets kind of clarified and we can kind of get the same group for the last however many games. I don't know. I think we have like 11 games left. If we can kind of get the same group for that stretch, then we can figure out what we're going to do as far as evaluating guys or minutes or all of those things. But as you know, we're just really going game by game based on the injuries and the lack of wing depth and point guard depth at this point. And we're just going to have to continue to do that while we have these injuries.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.